Hello and welcome everyone. Just want to do a discussion today on Earth, the galaxy, the seven Hermetic principles, and just how fragile we are here on Earth in the balance between chaos and order. The ever-going fight of, different polar opposites. But basically, Earth is just like this giant spinning sphere on a 15-degree axis in the night sky, like a speck of dust that's floating around in these galaxies around wormholes, stars, and other heavenly planetary bodies. That we're pretty fragile on Earth. Like, all it would take is for, some type of cataclysmic event to happen near Earth in our galaxy or solar system, and Earth could be irrevocably destroyed. It could be anything from an asteroid or meteor to, some type of event with the sun, or even our moon losing, orbit within the Earth or something like that, screwing up the moon's orbit that controls our tides and the way the Earth works, along with our seasons and everything else like that. Humans have grown to the point where it's become unstable. We have like 7 billion people on the planet actively eating, consuming, producing, and a lot of the ways that we produce are basically off fossil fuels. So it's unnatural and very destructive to the environment. We're actively heating up the planet. The sun's probably expanding, and different events are going on with the moon that could change everything on Earth. All it would take is for something to happen, like a pole shift, where the Earth either loses its speed in rotation or changes direction in which it rotates. The tectonic plate shifts could, sink into the lake of fire underneath of us. The oceans would wash over top of our continents, destroying everything that we have in technology in a wake of destruction. And one day of night and misfortune, basically like Atlantis and Mu succumbed to about 20 to 30,000 years ago, and I think it'll happen again. I mean, there's so many events tied to us in this web of connections and galaxies within our universe and our star system, that it could be an external force from outside that takes us out, or just people constantly fighting with one another, riots in the streets and war on the border. If we launch something like a nuclear weapon or a thermonuclear weapon or something like that, like a hydrogen weapon, and it could destroy Earth as well. It could send Earth like the tectonic plates into motion. It could cause the elements to be unleashed. We don't know what would happen if there was to be a World War III or a nuclear event on Earth. It could, the fallout would kill us all. The destruction of the bombs would kill us all. And if that didn't kill us, probably the aftermath of all those things going off and happening within on this planetary body would irrevocably destroy or cause a cataclysmic event in its own right. You can see with Turkey, that magnitude earthquake that hit, that was over 10, it just killed 35,000 people, leveled buildings. If the Earth changes, something with the moon, the sun, and the Earth changes, we're gonna all be destroyed on Earth. It doesn't matter how many of us there are, or how great we are in civilization or our technological achievements. If there's no Earth to stand on and everything is covered in ocean and basically primordial chaos of the Earth, recycling itself and starting over once again for like the 7th generation of people on the planet. Like, I do believe there were civilizations before us that were much more advanced and possess the power of hydrogen power, unlimited clean energy, wireless energy through acoustic generators like the pyramid. And they had laser precision technology, they had the advanced flight, they had everything we have today and more, and they were wiped out. So if they could get destroyed in these great continents or civilizations, and maybe even like neighboring star systems of people on the planet, such as aliens, or such people would consider them as, or just I would consider them neighbors in our galaxy, our cosmic galaxy, have come to Earth and been wiped out when we were much more advanced and better in civilization, in like a utopia, then what makes us think that we can stand a chance? We have weapons of mass destruction, fighter jets, we have lasers that can shoot petawatt fucking energy at like a fraction of a millisecond to like 300 thousandths or something like that. Or, it just doesn't, what do we need all this stuff for? These weapons and all these bombs and all this shit is going to fall to kids in the next generation, and they're not going to have a grasp on just how destructive this stuff is. and old squabbles will arise. People will take up arms. There'll be more rioting. There'll be more looting, stealing, destruction, arson, burning. There's just going to be too much chaos on the planet and war in borders for anyone to want to be able to do anything and for the system to function. It's bad enough we went through a pandemic and everyone had to get a booster shot or some type of needle just to go back in public before they stopped the lockdowns, because that essentially shut everything we did down on Earth. I mean, it was good, I guess, if you were sitting on $500 billion and you didn't have to go out of your house other than to get groceries. But for everybody that had to go everywhere in town and during the city and, you know, still live their lives on a common level, it wasn't good for anybody. These businesses, a lot of them failed, a lot of them closed doors forever, and it's so much happening on Earth at any given time with like the financial institution, the governments, and the banking system, along with other things that could play out like war and conflict and riots, civil unrest, basically, whether depending on what aspect you're looking at. Like there's so many things that are going on today with gender equality, race, and all these other things. I believe we're one race, and I believe we're of two sexes, male and female, and everything else is just insanity. I don't know why people can't see this and aren't actively working together for a common goal, for a better future for all of us, because really when we all win, we totally all win. I mean, that's the way it is. You can choose to promote a few people in society to have lifestyles like kings, but we can't all live like kings or queens. We have, you know, somebody has to shovel the shit out of the stable. Someone has to do the dirty work. Someone has to do the jobs that no one has time for, and that's just what they have to do because it has to get done. So somebody has to roll up their sleeves and get the shit done, regardless of their status or what seat they're sitting on or, you know, anything like that. So that's just the way it is. People have different responsibilities and there's different levels to the community and society and all this thing, but I'm digressing. What I'm saying is that Earth is very fragile and anything could happen at any given moment in our galaxy, our solar system, and it could destroy us inevitably, or we could be the ones that cause this self-destruction or cataclysm through warfare or some type of event that we cause to take place on Earth within our moon and our Earth. It wouldn't take much. I believe the 7 Hermetic principles are the principles of the galaxy and the universe, and they govern us all. Everything has to have a balanced rhythm. You know what I mean? Like everything has dualities, everything has poles. There's two sexes, like male and female, you know, are created on all planes, and, you know, the universe is mental, the all is mind. And I don't understand why people do some of the things that they do, and I'd like to understand more things about our natural existence on the planet and with the time we have here, but I just feel like there's so much confusion and it's hard to find good mentors or accurate information that you can easily be misguided or lied to, or, you know, I guess the word I'm looking for is be misled, I guess. Yeah. And I don't know, like there's so much information out there that is good to know, but like knowledge can also be a burden, I guess, in some senses. Knowing things that you can't control and you don't have any control over really won't change them. Knowing about them, and you still can't change them after that. But yeah, I just think it's something to think about. It's something to try to understand, or do your best to understand. I won't use the word try, because try has intent to fail. But yeah, we're extremely fragile, and everything comes with balance. I think by growing to the population size we have, fighting so much with each other and not unifying and becoming, you know, in each other's eyes, our own greatest strength, because I believe we are our own greatest strength. The humans to our left and to our right, regardless of the race, color, creed, customs, or culture, that they are our greatest strength. The things we're looking for have always been beside us on Earth. Everyone's always looking up. You don't need to look up for the answers. All you need to do is look beside you and have faith and help each other while you can, and you'd have a better existence. But everyone seems to want to be, you know, rich and die rich and be famous and, you know, be some big celebrity, superstar, entertainer. And I just don't think that's reasonable reality for a lot of people. And, you know, some people can get away with it, but I don't think it's the answer for everyone. And I don't like how, like, people in America and Canada want to be YouTubers and people in China want to be astronauts. It's just like, you're getting your priorities wrong here. And like, I don't think Xbox or PlayStation is a good babysitter for kids, but that's just my opinion. Anyways, guys, thanks for listening. Peace. I'm out.